mother used to say, let her sleep. Like Baba come and said, why don't you tell her to take milk to that kolhoz? And she said, oh, let her sleep because we never know what happened. If she leave that house, she might gonna have. I remember how she told me to, look after me. Said the time comes, change. Maybe you never have a time to. Anyway, that's true. And we been through all that. If somebody really sit down and like I told Walter, he's quiet and нарекордуй то все, зроби то все, and you have some time for our kids.
Are you recording that?
Yeah, it's
For
back out.
grandchildren, and that's what it is. So we decide, Walter, he kind of вже шашалон тох меню.
The column that I was with.
And Walter kind of hide. He stayed behind. He said to me, only to me, Ihor was in Hortam, and he said to me, you know what, I think I'm going to run away. I said, Walter, run away yourself and leave me alone here and forget about me. And Nina was there too, but he said he'll gonna go alone. He went there, and then I was crying. All those boys marching to Berlin, and where's Walter? Where's Walter? I said, I don't know where's Walter. Where's Walter? Then he come back. He said, no, we have to do something. Igor said, we have to do something. How we gonna do? How we gonna get out from that camp? It's not only camp, but you have to go to that bridge.
And
but from that camp, it's not so easy to run because Russian,
they patrolling there.
Everybody goes free French, Polish, except Ukrainian and Russian. We are there are brothers supposed to be. So me and Nina, we used to live in one lady. She's from Leningrad, from the Russia, and her husband.
During the war time.
During the war, when we used to work, they were in Germany. I don't know how they get to Germany. Maybe they were. I don't know how, but they were in Germany. All the family, and he was engineer. She was I don't know, teacher or something. They have a son, same age as us. And same time they happen to be in that camp. They give them house in that camp, except their window, like here, nobody
nobody was guarding that.
Because he's an engineer, they give him good job, and he's free to go. He can have, because he was Russian engineer and he was Russian.
Well, he was working for that camp. He was in charge of rebuilding that camp and organizing that camp, and they gave him a job.
And they live in that house, you know.
Pardon?
We knew him because we knew.
I didn't know them, but they girls knew
them because we were in same in wartime in same camp. Live together. And she was kind of knows us, and but meantime we kind of separate, and when we met in that camp again, and he was in that house, they threw out some big official German probably because he lived in that, it's a beautiful place and all that, and they were, he's a big shot. And Nina,
he must been communist, member of Communist Party from way back.
They really
and
he said it's the only way we can run away, to call the Eudokia Nikolaevna, we call her, and ask her to let us through that window.
Out to the street.
Camp. One boy said, oh boy.
That's a risky thing to do.
A chance. She's a look what they gave her Russian. He's an engineer. I said, we same age as her son, and then we live with her. We kind of trust her. I don't know. Maybe now I would be probably, but that time kids we were young and we were kind of
gullible.
We figured that's the only way. And they said, okay, guys, you go. If anything happens, don't tell about us. No, because they kind of afraid. So if they find out they are involved, they're gonna get
It's bad enough if they take
Bad
you to
enough now,
jail.
they don't care about what happened to us. Look, we don't tell about them.
Well, that's
they
not-
said, okay, we'll take a chance. Happened to be, we went there and she was alone in the house. And we start talking. We said, okay, Nikolaina, we want to ask you some favor. If you're not going to help us, don't
Don't turn us in.
don't turn us in. Please, we asking you, like, you know. She said, what do you want, kids? If I can help you, I'll help you. Just exactly like it happened. We, you know, we trust her, and this is the very moment, you know. And we кажем, we like to run away from here. We want to go to American side. We don't want to go home. We see what happened. They tell us, so we're all gonna go to Siberia, and they punishing us. They calling us name and all that. And we help us. If you're not gonna help us, please don't tell anybody. And she said, Dite, kids. She said, you know, you see that house they give us, and my husband have a good job. And I have a boy. She said, if I have a chance, I would let my boy with you too. I let you go through the window. I said, we have two boys. And she said, okay.
All four of us.
Four of us. So we went to that place. All our friends from hometown. Me and Nina, we packing little rucksacks, you know. And girls asking, where you guys going? Where you going? And I said, don't tell them. She said, how am I gonna tell my mom and dad? And I said, well, they know we're alive after war. You know, we're still alive. And they said, where you going? We said, we're gonna go and help the officer cleaning the houses because they room they were living. You know, lots of girls go there working.
A roommate.
You know, and but I said, well, anyway, whatever is gonna, if you not see, tell us, be okay. We'll be okay. And we took all those rucksacks. We went to that house, go through that window. It was early in the morning. How
No,
that was?
it was in midnight. It was exactly midnight, and she said, you come here at 12 o'clock, more or less before
But
5 minutes.
somebody not to
And
see
you can go out
I
the
never
window,
forget that. If I and she,
out that window, and you'll be out on the other side already.
Anyway, we already we already on outside. That's not all. Now what we gonna do? We have to go through that bridge, and that was a daytime, Walter, when we tried to cross that
No,
bridge.
bridge, yes, but we got out of at night.
I know, but we wait till the daytime,
Yeah.
and one side was Russian soldier, and one side
On
was
the end of the bridge.
American to German.
Germans. German. American weren't there.
Oh,
anyway.
that was Russian there, Russian and German, and they checking the people who left to other side. I
Lots
don't
of
know why
people,
they
lots of people
I
were
don't know why
crossing
they
the.
checking because on that side Russian too. I don't know why they check.
Well, that was the best place to check everybody, you know, because it's a sort of a gate
Checkpoint, yeah.
checkpoint that
Yeah.
it's easy. Everybody goes through the bridge, and if he figured that you're suspicious, show me your document, your
Anyway,
paper.
boys together and we are together, Nino, you. We first.
And lots of people were walking to that
It's
bridge.
not only us, lots of German going
Because
back and forth.
everything, people were displaced during the wartime. They home on the west side or this side, and it was
But
people.
they checking somehow. Means that it's a Russian check more
They
for
check most
people
everybody.
like us.
They were checking for their own
Or they just
citizens.
looking at your face. If they don't
Oh,
like your
okay.
face, and anyway, me and Nina, they let us go. We kind of dressed up and we take German girls, young, and they let us go. We already on that side, waiting for boys, and they turned them down. They don't let them go. And I said,
You and Igor.
Igor, yeah, Walter. I said, Nina, what we gonna do? Boys already, we are here, and boys still there.
So how did they turn you down? They just asked to see your
No, they
documents?
just
You
They
Zurich.
just
Just
turn away, and
turn
that's
away.
it, without
Yeah.
explanation. Without any,
So-
you just go back.
Go
That's-
back, they don't wanna let you in.
Okay.
So they farmer, German farmer, come with a big wagon with the coal. You know,
The guy that was hauling coal, you know,
So
in
they
bag
asked
with.
that Bauer guy to let him sit them on that.
I
look
said
like
we,
workers, you know,
yeah, I
going
said
and all
can we go on the wagon with you and go on another site? And he said, sure. So go hop on the coal there, on that wagon, and you'll be, you know,
Like a worker,
like a
you know.
worker, you know. And we went through the checkpoint on both sides,
Boy,
you know.
we are happy to see that.
Yeah. We
No,
were,
because it's not that simple. We're supposed to be registered in Polish camp, like as a Polish. And Nina and me, we don't speak a word of Polish. Without them, we are lost. They first Russian gonna take us in and take us back to the camp. So they went to
How are
register.
you registered at a Polish camp now?
Well,
there's
just a
another
minute.
side.
Registered.
They're pre-registered.
no, listen.
No, he registers a Polish.
No, listen here.
Oh,
What situation have to be explained. Once you're on that side already, I mean, you still haven't got nothing. You haven't got no room, no place, no food, no nothing. You know, you were just on the side of the west side of the bridge of the River Elba. But you have to have somewhere, and we found out there is a Polish camp in
Ready to go to
in Magdeburg, in that city, and we knew the town very well because we were
It's
there.
Magdeburg, we knew that town.
We lived there for 3-4 years.
So that was all the Poles then that they were.
Yeah,
sent back
the
to Poland.
Poles were organized, you know,
Organized to go back home.
to go back home,
Yeah.
and they were free. They could.
They can walk.
They
nobody
can
guide
walk.
them.
They have.
That's another thing.
They were
And
free.
they
Nobody
Russian
was
were
guiding.
guiding us, and Polish were free. In French, we used to laugh when we was in that camp, Russian camp. Said, look at that Swiss war, and laughing. Polish come and said, look what your brother did to you. And only was guard. And then, you know, we registered.
So anyway,
Polish camp,
we figured where we found out where that Polish camp was, and we went down there and registered as a Polish, you know. And we said the girls with us, we have our girlfriends, and they registered both, you know, all 4 of us, and assigned us a room. And he said, well, this, and then give us the food and everything.
And that room was a toilet was there. That's the
fo-
room was there. Before was toilet there.
Well, that's
No, but that's nothing. But how you speak Polish? They went, they said the Mohaki, you know, and we don't speak word Polish. And here's the Polish guy walk in, he thought that was toilet. Was
but it used to be
and he was
a
talking, and we were sitting quiet, don't say anything. A mi kao glupa, kad go oni they thought we are German, don't speak, and we can open the mouth because we as soon as we open the mouth, here's the Russian all around. So, and that's that we've through. We don't
Well,
stay
well.
that long.
Anyway, we signed in because Ihor and myself we could speak Polish, and you know we
Have no
could
problem.
have no problem signing. And we sort of talked for them as our girlfriend, and we all assigned that room. It was a former toilet, all right, but a big toilet. But there was
That was a big.
there was a bed there and 2 beds there, and you know there was converted because.
Boże, Boże, Boże.
So we stayed there, but people, you know, they figured that usually there's a toilet and used to come down there for a toilet. And then figured, you see, there is a bed there and there are people living there. But that's the way it is.
And then we met that old.
But anyway,
How
we...
we met that old guy who have money? We try to tell.
Oh yeah,
talk
well
him in.
that was the guy that was lived with Metro, where he hired Ihor there, or the first, you know. He was living with Metro. He was a kind of a student old guy, but he was in
Even
Germany.
student when he
Yes,
was old.
no, but he was in Germany for way
Oh,
before the war. You know, he was in Germany way
Anyway,
before.
and that guy have money. And we planning to run away and we have no money. We need money on the train, things like that. And they try to talk him to run,
To escape with us.
escape with us, the other side,
And
to
bring your-
America.
and bring your
And
money.
he was
Well,
kind of,
that's the main thing, yeah.
and he was kind of, he's Polish, that guy. He said, no, I'm old. where
No,
I'm
he
gonna
wasn't
go?"
Polish. He was Ukrainian guy.
What he was doing in Polish camp?
He wasn't in Polish camp.
How
This
did
guy
he-
wasn't in Polish camp. That guy was Marych partner that he lived in the Ihor was,
О, а
was
чому
hide.
він там тільки приходив?
We just came
oh,
down
I
there.
See. Anyway, he doesn't want to come with us. Walter, Igor,
Well, but there was-
very upset. Anyway, they said, okay, we'll figure out somehow. But first thing first, we from border very far, you know.
50 kilometers from.
They have to go. They both.
We went scouting, you know. First, me and Ihor, we say, well, before we decide to how to, you know,
You
escape,
cold, huh?
I'm
escape,
just fine.
escape.
I got a sweater, I
Because
got
I-
everything.
How
I
to,
talk
you
too
know,
much.
how to escape. So we figure we'll go first, go to
Yeah,
the
they
border.
find out how
To find out what the situation, if there is a strictly guard there, or there's possibility, or what's what. And so we kind of bought the ticket, and we went on the train to this
To the
board,
border.
to the
Where did you
very.
get the money for the ticket?
Oh, that he
Well, we
that
have-
doesn't cost very much. It's not very
Oh,
far.
At that time, even you don't even have to have a ticket because the
I
people
think
were.
they
The
I don't
people,
think you got
what they did.
I don't think they got
that was, you know,
They
there was, you
probably
know, the conductor wouldn't throw you out because it was a
that was everything. but it's still-
chaotic, you know. There wasn't,
Okay.
you know, if you bought the ticket, you got the ticket. If you didn't have a ticket, you board the train, and the conductor wouldn't throw you off.
We really,
Especially
that place
when
we
you-
don't need really money to get to the Russian border because we need money
When we
after
get on the other side,
other side, to American side, that's where we need
that's where the money
What river was
counts.
that?
Pardon me?
Was there another river there?
No, no.
That wasn't, that's
No,
not
there
the
was
river,
no
that was real,
We were already across the river on the west side, and from that, but still in Magdeburg, in a Polish camp.
anyway, ти кажи, як ти поїхав.
And then we went, you know, with with Ihor, we went down there to the border by train. We got the train stopped right on the border in a little town there, and everybody got out of there.
Train don't go any farther because it's
Because there was
already
a border, so
border
the train,
American.
that's it. So we got out with Ihor and we head toward the border, and the border was maybe half a mile away, maybe less, where the actually border was there already. And we went, there was kind of a dirt road, and you know, the farmer's house somewhere down there. And we walking down that dirt road, and two Russian soldiers go across, you know, approaching us, you know, going opposite. And they chasing all the Germans, because Germans try to go on the other side. Because they
some
probably.
family on that side. They
And,
want to go on other side. And there's
And
somebody else
they
on this side, you
and
know.
these Russians are chasing guys. Zurich. That means Zurich. That's in German. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. You know, and well, Germans sort of turn around and go back. And me and Ihor, we figure, well, how we gonna kind of, we don't want to reveal that we are Ukrainians.
No.
And so we said to him in Polish, to this Russian. One was kind of a lieutenant, and the other one was, I don't know, sergeant or whatever. And he said to we said to him, well, we in Polish that we would like to go across the border because we have our family down on the other side. Mother and father on the other side, and we want to bring them together, and then we all go home to the Soviet Union. And he kind of liked that, and he
Yeah.
believed that, you know. And he said, oh, well, he's already changed his tune, because he figured that he's talking to Polish people,
Поляки,
And he kind of changed. There was a German, he would chase us, he wouldn't even talk to us. But since we start talking Polish, so he kind of stopped and started talking to us. Where is your family? And we said, here, down there in a little town and all that. But he didn't give a damn where. And he said, well, you know what? I'm getting demobilized next week or next month or whatever. And I want to go home. And I would like to bring something, some
My
little
father.
gift for my father and my brother, young brother, and all that. I would like to have
I'll
something.
never forget that.
So, and we figure, all right, I know he is looking for a bribe, And Ihor said, well, what do you want? Oh, he said, a little suit, maybe suit, and
just
maybe a watch, and
and vodka.
bottle of vodka.
Igorka, okay, we'll have that for you.
And
They have a watch and suit, який suit, and vodka, vodka, he wants to.
And he said, okay, to us in Russian. But we understand Russian well, all
But he
right.
don't understand Polish.
But he don't understand, but
Oh.
he understood enough, And he said, well, tonight at 12 o'clock, I'm in charge of guards here on that section here.
He said, I have to pay
I have
that guy,
I
to pay
have
that guy
I have a
because
section that I'm in charge of the guards there. There's he was some kind of a lieutenant, and he said, but at 12 o'clock I'll wait for you, and I'll let you through. You bring your whatever we agree, suit and watch
Just
and vodka and something else there, whatever, And he said, but make sure you get in here at 12 o'clock. Well, we can't go at 12 o'clock because our girls are 50 miles away from here. We are not ready to cross because we would be crossing alone.
No, Tato.
Yes, that's exactly.
Може так.
That's exactly what had happened.
He said, ви вже переходьте.
We приходьте 12 o'clock tonight and you go through. And we said, no, we can't because we have our girlfriends. Oh, he said, well, what can we do? I said, how about tomorrow? And he said, that's all right, the same thing, the same arrangement for tomorrow. So we said, we didn't ask his name because he wouldn't tell you, but we kind of aside his, he was kind of a tall guy with a, young
boy.
uniform and
Nice.
all that. Pretty good, a Russian.
Чи Russian, чи
Yeah, he was a Russian. The Red Army officer, and
yeah, he was okay guy.
and then we went by train back to Magdeburg and picked the hotel.
Magdeburg.
Yes, Magdeburg. That's what we were in Magdeburg in Polish camp. That's what we left from Polish camp.
Tato.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, that's don't I
Polish
remember.
camp, yeah, that's
And we said to the girls, we have arrangement already for tomorrow to cross that border, and we get
need
ready, and we need money. Well, where are you going to get money? We went to this other guy, this old guy that has money supposed to, and he refused to give us money or go with us. So we're kind of stuck. But we have to
But
go.
somehow we get to that train.
Well,
Ми мусили мати щось трохи.
we maybe had few dollars, few
Because не були на тім
German,
трейні.
few German marks. Anyway,
Ті
so
Джордани. Але
yeah,
то, як ти кажеш, Віктор, щоб money, about that money, оце це я тут. Ми в тім трейні їдемо.
that's what comes next. And we got to the train, we board that train, and we head for the border,
And we have no money.
we have no money.
Next stop, one stop and next stop.
Yeah.
Just about next stop. And everybody's supposed to figure out, and then you finish.
Train don't go any farther.
Ніна, я ми разом сиділи, я кайно відійшла, всі відходять, вже всі пішли. Ніна дивиться там Polaris.
She's looking down there.
And she picked it up and said, Lucia, look at it.
She's looking.
And we kind of look, and then we called boys. He said there were 300 marks there. 300, I never forget,
Yes,
300
yeah.
marks. And everybody said, get out, and we get out, and Walter said, let's divide money, and through that wallet, well, you know, because if she come back, she couldn't find anybody because that train already stopped and everything. So we have money already. That's how we кажу, if somebody make show this, that's fiction. I said, somebody looking after us. We were helpless kids, 4 of us, without nothing, without
20 years
money.
old.
Pardon?
Without money, without nothing. And
Yeah.
then here's we last stop, and here's money come to us. And in America we already have money, we bought the ticket, and we have pan ситуации.
So, but this was not well. Okay,
Nobody would believe, что таке може
we
статися.
already, you know, train stopped. We found that wallet there, that purse, lady purse there, and we took the money out naturally because that's what we need. And the lady is gone already, you know, and she wouldn't.
Мусила бути леді.
Yes, it was lady, and
Anyway,
it was
that
last
was
stop,
never
and
forget.
so we got the money. We went towards the border. You know, it was daytime, all right.
To the American side.
No, we still on
we
the
still-
Soviets.
that's the
You
train.
got the suit and you got the
We-
vodka, you got all this things.
Yeah, we
No,
got
we're not
the-
American. We already that train.
Yeah, I know.
We supposed to be last stop, and then далі він уже не йшов. Then border, you have to walk couple of
Well,
how
have,
far?
have,
Meet up with that Russian
have,
No,
yeah,
no, that's what I mean. But this is we have to walk.
towards the American.
yeah,
That's right.
towards the American side, towards the
But
border.
meantime, the boys said, well,
But it was kind of too early to go. We had appointment at 12 o'clock at night. There was still maybe 7 o'clock or so in evening. It was daylight yet. And there was some kind of a shack, and it was full of lots of Germans that were trying to cross and bribe the Russian or whatever, you know. And I said, well, girls, you go down there with them and wait there, wait, and we go with Ihor to the border to find that we locate that guy that we made arrangement with.
Yeah.
Because if maybe he was just fooling us or something like that. So we kind of approached the border, and that guy came out, and he said, okay, we said we are ready. And he said, you are ready to cross the border at 12 o'clock as we agreed yesterday? We said, yes, that's good. Our girls are down there. And then he said to us, yeah, there were ditches on
ditch,
both,
like, you know,
both,
you
on
had
both
cold,
sides
like-
of the road.
There's a road and a ditch, you know, like and great
Yeah.
grass and everything. At night, he said you have to crawl.
And he said, don't walk on the road at night at 12 o'clock because they will be noticeable. Try to crawl on a ditch, you know, down to the border as far, as close as you, and I'll be waiting for you
And I,
right there, maybe 10 feet or 10 yards from the border.
and I don't remember who was have a white rucksack. Igor чи
Well, but
anyway, but before they went to see that soldier, and meantime we were waiting there for, you know, and here's this soldier, Russian soldier came, and he drank like hell. And he come in and who speak Polish here? Who speak Polish? And Nina каже, maybe that's the guy whose voice looking.
yeah, that wasn't a guy.
I thought maybe, you know, I said, I don't know, Nina. But I said, Nina, but we don't speak Polish. And Nina said, how he knows? He's so drunk he can speak Ukrainian. He wouldn't tell the difference. and Nina was so brave. I said, don't. She said, maybe that's the guy. Хлопці,
Looking for them.
Looking for them. Nina said, we speak Polish. And he come to us and said, oh, you don't like us, huh? You all running to American. You like American. You don't like us. And we talking to him in Ukraine. He said, no, we like you very much. We have family there and all that. That's all
the
we
whole
like.
story.
As soon as we meet the family, we all come home. Oh, yeah, and he's drunk. And then they come. They walk in, and I look and Walter. Oh, I said, "He
They
had been in
carry
trouble. That's the
conversation
wrong
with
guy."
a guy that
And that guy, he was drunk, but somehow he see boys. He just back up. He just left us and went to in his, and he don't ask us nothing because Walter show us, well, what the heck guys you doing?
I said, don't get involved with that guy
I said
because that's not the guy
trying
that
to
we.
helping you guys.
It's
with
not the guy
that's-
that we made a deal with. This is completely different.
Oh, what the
So
boss-
anyway, they left, and then started getting dark. And around 10:30 or so, we approached, left that shack there and
Yeah,
approached
and he crawling
the
in that
crawling
ditches.
through the ditches,
And that white rucksacks somebody have to take because it shows so bad at night. We have to take that. And
Well, we crawled down there to crawl close to the and
and there's
on the
a
end of the road there was a farmer's house, but
Yeah.
the farmer didn't live. They chased her because it's right on the
it's
border.
border.
So Russian chased the farmer out, and they occupied that for a guy, the guard post. Yeah, they guards live down there, sort of a changeover and all that. And we approached there, and
No, you already met.
no, we sort of accelerate there, and I see the guy, a
coming.
person is coming toward us. That's the guy that and I kind of recognize in Ihor that this is the guy that we talked to because he had a big map hanging. The Russian have a kind of a square map, in the plastic there, officer. They had this, and it was dangling down there, and his cap and all that. So, but he came down to us. He said, and we still about 10 or 15 feet, a yard away from that farmhouse and from a border. And he said, you came here in the wrong time, he said, quietly. He said, we have inspection here right now. Some official came for inspecting
Well,
her
he knows
because
that they
he
let the
said,
people
yeah,
cross
he
and
said
get the bargain,
he
and
said
he
that
knows that.
our soldiers
Those
are
officers.
bribing her, they are being
Yeah.
bribed, and they let people through this, and so he said, what are we going to do? Then what are we going to do with us? What he's
Put
going to
us
do
under
with
that
us? And
bridge.
he said, well, I will tell you, follow me. And we follow him, and there was on that farmyard was a big wagon and a bunch of
the farmer big,
wagon and bunch of boats sitting on the side there, and he said, climb under
under that.
all three,
There's
all
grass and
four,
everything at night.
all of four of you climb under that wagon and say quiet, don't
Boy,
they
Walter
don't-
said, don't even open
don't-
your
don't-
mouth. And
don't
we
peep.
sit-
and we were sitting there, and
Boy, I don't think you would do it now.
And
And
we
he
sitting
got
there,
come
and
officer.
that guy that we had to deal with went into the house, and after about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, comes out with captain or whoever he was, and
Some
that higher
officer
official,
or
the guy
something
that
who
was
checking.
inspecting, they were checking this, guards, border guards. He came out, and that stupid guy stopped right in front of that wagon,
And he was smoking.
and he was smoking, this officer, and they
He threw
and
that
and they
cigarette
and
right
they
under
both
the-
they both start talking, and this officer, this captain said to the sergeant, well, so you guys watch that border, give him instruction because we are a report we heard that we understand.
Because I see his shoes,
Yeah.
his boots, everything. Because we see him, because they under it and we under. You see him when he threw that cigarette under, and we hear every word. Because
And
at night, over there.
he said, well, there's a report that you guys let.
You know why they check in that board? Because where that cross the board, there's a real small river, some kind of
Little creek.
and it's a creek kind of, and little bridge kind of, and wire all over, and people,
barbed wire there.
yeah, and that's why people running because they have a bridge there, and most of the people
Well,
goes
another
to
one-
that place, and that probably officer already knew those guys letting
They
them
were-
because they going home and they want a bride, you know, and that's what happened. But boy, it was so close.
So they were talking for about 5 minutes, you know, and we, you know, give him the instruction, you know, how, you know, to guard that border and all that. And you can hear the some farther away people were shooting, you know, because they have a guard every bound. Like our lot here, they probably had one
Yeah.
guy here, one down there, you know.
Every
Oh, yeah,
move they
about-
hear, they
about,
start shooting at
about,
night
you
because
know,
people crossing the maybe
50,
even river,
50,
they have to be
50,
right
60
there.
feet, there was a guy there already. So this guy that made deal with us had to bribe this guy and this guy in order to not to shoot us, you know. And
Oh.
and you could hear we were sitting, laying down
I
on the.
left my scarf there under that.
No, that's
Yeah, when I got, and I just about, Walter said, shh, but yeah, I laughed, you know, I have a scarf, and when he come, he said, come on, get out, we're time
And
to
when
go."
this officer left, you know, they salute each other, and this officer left, went back to town, and this guy that we made a deal with, he sort of, you know, he would look around there, and then he came to us and say, come on, let's go, in Russian, yeah, let's go. And we all jumped, you know,
Yeah.
and she left the skirt there, and she said, yeah, забула хустку, in Ukraine. Yeah. Oh, I said, shut up, because because you wrong language and wrong, you know, this, we don't need all that, forget about it. Well, anyway, I don't know
Yeah,
if
but
you...
that's what happened. That moment, you were first, you and Nina, and you give the suit and whatever, and Igor gives, and he forgot the watch. Walter and Nina already kind of віддали побігли. Я лишилась and Ігор, і ми біжимо, а солдат за нами. О, часи.
Oh, this
Igor forgot to give him watch. And Igor kind of stop and віддав йому watch, and in Russian каже, спасибо, товариш. А він вже не have nothing to say.
We were there on the other
And he
side.
kind of ran, and Igor touched the wires. And when he touched the wires, and all that wires go right,
You know,
those two guys did shoot. And those from far start shooting, but they don't see us, but because they see that wires.
they heard that, you know,
But
somebody
those guys didn't,
jingle that, you know,
they
barbed
if
wire.
they shoot, they would got us. So when we ran through, we ran without looking about miles. Don't even where we ran at night in the farm.
That was a field, you know,
Field.
open
we ran
field.
and ran till we got really tired, and we shoot, and then we stopped. And that was moment we'll kind of turn to the east, and we kind of put the cross, and Nina, і ми заплакали, Nina каже, що I don't think I'm gonna see my parents anymore. And that was moment we know we're not gonna see our parents. But we were so tired, we found that we don't even know where we opened, just
But,
it was a
well,
little
we
ditch.
know that we are on the side
We
of
know we already on the
the
American side. We found the
British side,
kind of a
actually.
little ditch, and we lay down there to rest. And boys already kind of fallen asleep, and I think Nina was sleeping, but I kind of, for me, and even now, I hard to sleep, and I was laying down and looking at that neighborhood, and I think, and here's come two guys, two Polish guys with machine gun. It's a bandito. They looking for German who crossing the street. They have jewelry, they have money, they have gold. You know how they robbing all those people, and they come and see us. We were laying there in that ditch, and I looking at them. I don't say anything, but one guy start talking. Are you sleeping? I thought shut up. You're gonna, and I see that that's no good. I said, no, we're not sleeping. I wake up, all of them said, get up, speak Polish. They speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. And here's Walter and Igor. No. Oh, they said in Polish, what you guys doing, where you going, and things like that. Boys said, well, we going, we don't want to go home, we just going.
We said that we escaped from Russian
Russian,
and
we
we are
won't go
going to American side and all that. We haven't got nothing. We escaped with.
No, yeah, and they talking to us and they said, why you sleeping here? You go on with us. And there is a $100. I don't even know that name of $100, what it is. And
It's
come,
a-
we don't sleep. It's a some kind of supposed to be in Ukrainian
shack
shack.
where they
It's a stable.
Stable, yeah,
well.
$100.
Yeah.
And Walter, he's going and carrying that small rack, and here's the Nina and where's the Igor. And I kind of watching those guys. He got the machine. I said, Igor, look what those guys having. They taken there. There's a small, how you call, trees and all that, I said, they taking us to that bush. I said, they're gonna execute. They think we have something. I said, talking to them, tell them. And Igor start talking. So we have nothing. We just running
We are
away and
poor.
all that. And then they said, oh, your girls is not Polish. And Igor Walter said, no, they not Polish, but we are Polish. We just met them in Germany or working German time, and all the story. And they were kind of looking at us. We are poor, God, we have nothing. And they said, okay, you go and find us $1 and sleep there.
On
And
your
they
own.
left us and they went to look for somebody better. And then after that, I said, Walter, did you see what that guy have? He said, what? They have a machine gun. They just ready us to go to that woods. And
No,
then
they
shoot
wouldn't
you.
shoot us.
Oh, yeah,
They knew that we are just
Anyway,
poor.
that when we sleep overnight and then right and
Next morning we got up and got to the next town there and
bought
bought the ticket on
a
a train and
Went to
went way practically to
Yeah.
Hanover.
To Hanover.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
we stopped at Goslar.
Goslar. Yeah, we stop in Goslar.
Goslar,
for a
that's a
night.
little town because there were some people we
Lots
knew
of
there.
Our friends there.
Lots
was
of
there.
friends were there. We stopped there for a couple nights in there with these friends, and then we
that was
took a
long journey.
train to Hanover, and we settled in Hanover.
That was a big camp in Hanover. Oh,
Now, did
those.
they accept you right away when you got there?
Well, then nobody asking you. They you go there. They everybody goes to. So don't
Okay.
wanna all those
Yeah.
DP.
All these
refugee all
refugee.
goes there. Long as they have a room. If you find a room, they give us room. No floor, no roof, no window, nothing.
There was a army barracks,
That was army barracks.
three-story.
No roof even.
Yeah, because in wartime the German took everything and
No,
all
that's
that.
not only that. When a bomb were falling down,
Yeah, window and everything bombed in,
but the roof
Yeah.
shingles fell off. They have a,
rain, that rain.
Germans. They have a shingles not the way nailed down. They have this ceramic shingles.
Oh, yeah.
They
Yeah,
are
and
pretty.
they
They are
went
pretty
bombed, it's
pretty loose. They
everything
slide off. With a kind of a shake.
Yeah, but night before we got to that camp, we have no room, nothing. They still couldn't find. And one, actually two old guys, one from Czechoslovakia, Ukraine. He used to like Julie. He used to always walk Julie in the camp, and so proud because
What year was Julie born?
Julie in Hanover,
Yeah, what year?
46.
year before you,
Just the year before, okay.
not even year.
Oh.
What year you born?
47, October.
For
3rd.
that, and she 46.
When?
May.
May,
Oh,
and
so
what
a
month
little
you?
over a year.
October 3rd.
October, yeah. And that's two guys already in having one room, and that one guy kind of
We couldn't sleep anywhere because the room that we were assigned there was no floor. There
no
was
floor, nothing.
there was-
and that two guys cross the hall, said, come on to our sleep on the floor, because that's fine.
Did they have
So,
a roof?
They thought they had, they fixed
they,
what little bit,
they thought they had a
They
roof.
thought they have. One guy from Czechoslovakia, he's kind of like in the huddle postojka, he kind of a gentleman.
Stubby.
Another guy, kind of from town, small village, from place from Galicia, he don't even speak Ukrainian, don't understand half of
Well,
it,
never
what he
mind,
said.
this is
But
not him.
anyway, they were sleeping, he was sleeping on that bed, and that Lyashko sleeping in the other bed. And we were four of us sleeping on the floor. you know, and a little bag. We have a little bag and all that, and I was sleeping, and I wake up and I see water, and water already. So you know, because rain, start rain and water.
was raining and all the damn rain came down. He said he
that
fixed
room.
the roof.
And water already that high, and water already just about.
Well, it
dying,
wasn't
and
that
all
high.
bags, all little bags flowing all the floor, and that Lyashko from Czechoslovakia. With his pajama here, his bed, he's pulling and where the less water, and he said to that guy, я кажу, в лісі так
He said, you said you fixed the roof for
Я
Christ.
кажу, в лісі так не знов, як у тебе в хаті.
I haven't gotten less wet in the forest in this place that you fixed up.
and he is really mad on that guy because he said he's the one who fixed that, and he took. And Walter said that it was dark, it's no light, nothing, no window, and it was so dark, and I see big pail in the one corner, and I said, Walter, there's a pail, it's because in one corner water just pouring, and I said, Walter, take that pail and put over there because, you know, we stop that water.
Catch some of that.
He goes to that pail, and that pail, something in that pail, he thought that just garbage. He threw over the window that thing, you know, and he need the pail. He put the pail for a water. And that guy from, you know, sitting in that, who fixed that room, and he's sitting, he said,
Scratching his head, and he said, who threw the pail out?
Yeah, who threw the pail out? That's моя там кушуля. He said, my kushula, and I don't even know what that word kushula is. Walter, oi, my husband said, oi, I'm gonna go
In
and
Polish,
find your
kushula,
don't worry.
shirt. He was washing his shirt.
He was washing that. But he said, it's my kushula. I don't know what to kushula. Walter knows, and he said, that's okay, I'll go and find it. And I said, I figured, what the heck it was in that thing? So he ran all at night time looking for that kushula. I was looking that window, what the heck, I want to know what that kushula is. Here's this coming, bringing that. I go, to sorochka. Anyway, then in the morning, they get work. Igor and Walter, I don't know what they did. They went, they found some woods, and they tried to build the floor.
No, there was a garages right on the, you know, there was a large military camp, you know, about 10 blocks, 3-story blocks, you know, and there was a bunch on the yard, there was a bunch of garages, and the garages were empty because there was a German army was out, and there was no trucks or cars or anything in these garages. They were, but it had a nice roof, you know, and you know, like roof had a wooden planks like this, you know, very nice. So we went down there with Ihor on the roof there and ripped the tiles off, and ripped that nice boards there, you know. Bring that inside there. We didn't have no, you know, we have to borrow saw and axe and stuff like that because we didn't have nothing there. But we neighbors, you know, gave us a, and we, you know, in a couple days we had the floor really nice built, and this wood was really such a nice.
But we don't have a window. We even left. We don't have a window. We put just
we put a part of blankets and a little bit plastic, you know, little thing just to have a little bit of a light because there was you couldn't get the glass and stuff like that.
No.
We lived there for 3 years. We never had a window.
Yeah.
This is the DP camp.
This is the
This
DP
is where
camp.
you were born?
Yes, that's
No,
Yeah, but he was buried in
yeah, but Igor lived in the, after we got married in the Catholic Church. Our Catholic Church was out, you know, far
in the journal.
bomber, whatever. We got married, and
Did you both get married at the same time, or did
no,
you both
Nina, Igor later
Okay.
married, couple of months, something like that. Because they don't have a church, they have to build a church. We built
Orthodox didn't have a church.
Orthodox. You have to go to Orthodox church, and then they built a Catholic church. They rented some place
From
downtown.
Germans.
And Orthodox church, that Andre, Priest Andre, that they build that church. They have to wait because everything is
Destroyed.
destroyed. Anyway, we decide to get married. Okay, they have no ring, wedding ring. How they not gonna marry without ring?
Okay.
So here's German guy, that time they walking in camp and they know we got help from American UNRWA and package coffee, bone coffee, chocolate and everything. So one old guy come to my room and I said, well, I said, you know what, we decide to get married and, but we have no ring. I have a bone coffee, they like
You know
coffee.
what bone coffee means?
Coffee,
Coffee beans.
coffee beans.
Okay.
And they're crazy about coffee. Oh, they like coffee. And chocolate, he said, oh, I'll bring you rings. I said, good. The next day he brings me ring, 2 rings. One for him, one for me. And I give him that whatever I have. We got married. In the morning, that was married. We have to walk cold. We have to, because we
Well,
were 12th of December.
Did you have a dress?
That time-
There was one dress for whole camp, 10,000 people.
No, we have a one dress.
One
that-
size fits
No,
all.
we have that dress. We have that dress
No,
for
they're
whole
all
camp. We
skinny 'cause
borrow.
they didn't have anything
Nina
to
get married in same dress. I married in same dress. In whole. No, it's not. That's
That's
not joke. We bought it from Germany. German guys. We give you for.
Oh,
You
you
pay
bet.
in bond coffee anyway.
Well, somebody bought it and they used that dress for as
Anyway,
many people as possible.
And he gave us, we come home and we were sleeping, our bed was like that and window, like that, and we kind of, our feet facing the window. And that window have no window, no glass.
No.
And I have that ring, he had one, he got up in the morning, he look on his finger and that finger blew.
So who got the better deal?
He said, that German son of a gun, and took that ring and threw right to the window. And then outside it's so wheat like that, and it's a mess, all of that. I didn't make anything. I said, well, okay. But
Well,
we don't have a...
I threw it out because, the oxidation, turned that finger blue and green, like,
Anyway,
because it was
yeah.
some kind of a
And
lousy copper or
Okay,
something.
we don't have a water in our room. And neighbor...
Don't have a what?
Water in our room, but I have to go to the neighbor across the wall. That lady have a water. I always go there to get the water.
She had a tap in her
Yeah,
house.
and I come and said, Pani Brahina, and that's тоже from
Oh, that was Pani Brahina?
Yeah, кажу, Pani Brahina, you know what my husband did? Она, why, yeah, sure. Я говорю, he threw that ring through the window. Она, oi, go and find that ring. You're gonna divorce. You're not gonna live together.
She was,
Yeah, I come home.
I knew her, I met her in
She
Australia.
knows she's in
She was-
Australia.
She was like that.
Oh, she was like that.
She
They,
was-
they were very educated. She was a professor in university in
She was-
Kharkov. You know.
But she's still.
Anyway, I walk in the room, Walter sitting there. I start crying. I said, Walter, go and find that ring. Кажу, бо Pani Brahina told me we're not gonna live together. We're gonna divorce. And he like now, he's quiet. He's look at me, said, you stupid. You think that piece of blacha keep us together? I said, yeah, but that's the кажу, it's a law, it's a kind of a, she told me and I believe her. She always kind of she was older, she had kids already too, older than, and I kind of believe, she treat us like a kids, and I was crying and old Walters, I'm not gonna go and find that ring if you wanna. I went there and I was looking, I didn't find it, and we come to Canada without ring. And we go to the store, buy a ring, and that lady girl selling that ring, and and he was with me, and I was looking. I said I want an engagement ring. I don't want a real ring. And she said, "You mean you got married and he didn't buy you engagement ring?" I don't want.
Circumstances.
Yeah, yeah, but I thought he was gonna be shocked. But he said, "What are you talking about, you little girl? You don't know what situation I
What
was married.
condition we were married and all that? How
You don't
can
know
you
what
say?
situation of
I
when-
didn't
and-
have I didn't have enough money to buy a loaf of bread. Never mind ring.
But she didn't know, she thought Canadian, how everybody have engagement. And still now he didn't buy me any engagement. Wedding ring, it's a
Yeah.
different thing. But anyway, that's how it's story. And then, we were in that camp, we were okay. Then I have a Julie, Nina, Lashko, Lashko.
For a while we lived together, two
Together,
family.
in
That's
one
what I was gonna say, one room?
Yeah,
In
one
one room.
well, a pretty
In one-
big room.
No, not only four. I think another two girls
No,
lived
no,
with us.
just when Ihor and Nina lived with us, that was just two of us, four of us. Nina and
And then
and then when Nina moved out, and they give us two girls.
when I have a Julie, and they married, Nina, they moved to other room because
They got another room.
He making radio in same room, and he start making radio, and he try that radio, work. Yeah, you got crick, metal crick,
Squeal.
because in one room, I said, Walter, leave that thing alone. And then
Well, that's
Yashko,
not,
one guy, he have room, another guy live with him. He move out, Yashko said, Nina kaže, well, there is one guy lives there, they kind of in camp, you have to...
So in other words, she moved
She
out
moved,
of
she
our
moved, and then
room.
that's when, that's the same block, the same
Same
different
building
room,
except with the different.
smaller room.
I went back to that camp, to visit that camp.
They're still there.
Yeah, in 1985 or 6. I went to Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
I went to Hanover, and we had friends in Minneapolis that also lived at the camp. Their name was Debokin.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
well,
yeah,
yes, we know that. We know all these people.
We know
Rebokin,
Yeah. This is Yonya.
Lonya, yeah,
He
yeah.
was probably a teenager at that
Yes, that's right. Lonya was,
Leonia,
time.
But he-
Well, I know Yonya.
he
Well,
died, though, as a matter of
He
fact.
died?
Yes.
Кто? Рябокин?
Lonya, he was sin.
Leonia, Vin died, that's right.
The old man died, and Lonya died too, a couple years ago.
Oh, really?
Yes, yeah.
Because
He was-
he worked for Honeywell for many years.
Yes, he worked for Honeywell,
He
right.
died.
Sure, he died, yes,
You know something?
couple.
I had a lady from Toronto contact me because of my name on the internet, and she wanted to have a connection with the same camp I did, and I directed her towards Yonya Debokin.
Yeah,
This was only about 3 or 4 months ago,
uh-huh.
and I'm going to contact her because I didn't hear from her. She was probably trying him and couldn't find him. But
No.
he married. He was divorced. Then he married a much younger woman.
Well, I don't know him very.
I don't know him.
Yeah, I knew him in a camp, but he was teenager
He was
at that.
just a teenager.
And then when we visit St. Paul there, he was already grown up, and
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
we knew him all right.
Чекай,
And
я й тепер там є Петренко, Рябокінь,
Well, Petrenko's are dead.
Соловій,
Solovey.
Соловій.
So-
well, these all died.
Yeah.
He taught me Ukrainian for years.
Я знаю.
Yeah, I was there 2
And
times
yeah,
a week.
yeah. And all
Yeah,
those,
Solovey, Rebokin.
that's all
Petrenko.
those guys, Igor find them, Igor Yurt's dad found, actually
Your-
brought them to America.
He did.
Yes, he found the sponsor. Every one of those guys been sponsored.
You see, when
Igor
we
found the sponsor
when
for
we
them.
were already
Where
in.
did he find sponsors?
Yeah, just a minute. So when we were already in
know.
Canada, and we tried to get Eeyore and Nina and you already, to Canada, and we communicated. We wrote the letters and all that,
I
and
sent
I was,
parcel them,
and I was.
honey and all that.
To my parents.
Just a minute, please. We are talking very, very
To
important,
Germany.
very
And
important.
I was in Canada already, and they still in camp.
And we communicate, and and I was trying to find somebody sponsored to bring your family to Canada, to Edmonton here. And then Ihor,
Actually, we found.
yeah, actually we found a sponsor already in Boyle, here a country town there, and
Because they want to come, know.
And we figure, well, you know, since we've been so friendly for over the...
Well, they need sponsor, somebody to come to Canada or
the
America.
same
They
as
were
my
waiting
uncle
there.
sponsored me, and this, we found that guy that he was sponsor your dad and mom and dad. And then I wrote to the camp there, to your dad, that we have a sponsor and we would like you to give all information, birthday, your birth and all that, marriage situation and all. And dad wrote back, or mom, that they are gonna go to America because they found some kind of a distant relatives in...
That one who,
he is a professor of University of Minnesota in...
Ethnology.
yeah,
And he was... and Ihor talked to him, and he said that, you know, we have lots of
old
very,
people
very,
like
very,
Soloviev,
very
nobody
educated
wants them. So
They,
somebody have to sponsor him, you know.
Rebokin was, you know, he was a professor of university, say, what is Solovey, Petrenko, and all these guys from Kharkiv University. And he said they haven't got a chance to come to America. And this professor from Minnesota University, he arranged and sponsored all of them.
Dr. Gronowski.
Yeah, Gronowski, yes.
But my parents, the first ones to come, and then these.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
They
they
were
first
parents, they sponsor your parents, that Gronowski guy, sponsor your parents, and then they together sponsor rest of these guys. And that's why how they all ended, you know, how they all ended up in St. Paul, you know, these people.
Okay, because that was a very small community, and then they started that church.
Yeah, they started.
All these people started the church.
Because
Yeah.
they were kind of older age, and they have a little chance to get overseas
Because it was very hard for, you know, nobody, you know, that was...
Oh, she wants food. Maybe you should go and give her some food.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure she's.
Yeah, that's how they all.
Listen, you guys, I gotta go, cause I'm getting,
What time?
well, it's 11:30, I'm getting, I heard all these stories.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Okay,
Well, I
you can
haven't,
go.
so-
I know, but no, I'll leave you.
Yeah, well, they
just
can...
about Почекай. What you said about the festival? What you
yeah.
were saying?
Well, I couldn't find it in the paper, but I know I heard about it.
They
So,
have-
in other words, would you like to go to this...
Yeah, kind of would.
Yeah, you would? To the concert there,
Yeah.
the Ukrainian concert?
Whatever he wants to
Yeah.
do.
You mean we're at your?
In Edmonton here,
Yeah.
you know. There will be, well, I'll tell you what's involved. There's a concert there, there's a few singers there, and some children, and some dance group, Ukrainian dance group, and some speeches and stuff.
Що каже чесна мова. А потім, як схочемо до неї там догнати, то ми з нею можемо поговорити. Окей? Окей? What do you mean?